2010, a filmmaker named Gareth Edwards made a monster movie for $500,000. He didn't hire a VFX studio, he did most of the shots himself on his home computer using footage he shot on location. That movie was Monsters, and it landed him the director's chair on Godzilla a few years later. That's not a fluke story anymore. That's the exact door indie film is opening for people like us right now. Indie box office grew over 40% in 2025. Indie films now make up almost a quarter of the entire global box office. That's the biggest share indie has ever had. But here is the part that matters to us specifically. Indie budgets can't afford 300% VFX teams. They need small, sharp artists who can do a lot with a little time. That's a compositor's entire skill set. That should be your lane. 10 years ago, if you wanted nuke level compositing, you needed a studio paycheck behind you. I think it's not the case anymore. Resolve's Fusion page is free and it's a full node-based compositor. You can do pretty much anything over there, like sky replacement, planar tracking, keying, rotoscoping with Magic Mask, all built in. Blender is free and it handles 3D tracking, camera salts, and the whole CG workflow. On top of this, if you want the real deal, Nuke has a non-commercial license, completely free. Same software the bigger studios use. Just cap down resolutions for personal projects, and there are some other limitations as well. There is no more "I can't afford the tools" excuse in this industry. So how do these micro-budget films pull off shots that look like they cost millions? A few techniques show up again and again. Clean plates. Before shooting a VFX shot, they shoot the same frame with no actors in it. That single extra take saves hours of cleanup later. Tracking markers. Small, high contrast crosses taped onto surfaces before filming. It sounds basic, but it's the difference between a smooth track and a nightmare of manual keyframing. Locked off shots. A tripod mounted static shot is 10 times easier to composite than handheld footage. Stock footage as a second unit. Instead of renting a helicopter for an aerial shot, indie VFX artists composite in stock aerial footage and match the grain and color. Nobody in the audience can tell the difference. Sky replacements. This is one of the highest return techniques out there. Match the light direction, match the color temperature, keep it subtle, and a flat gray sky day instantly becomes a golden hour shoot. Indie productions plan their shortlist around what's actually achievable in post, not just what looks cool on paper. Here is the one thing that never changes. No matter how good the tools get, nobody remembers a movie because the compositing was flawless. They remember it because they felt something inside them through the narrative. The best VFX work in indie film doesn't scream for attention. It just disappears into the story completely. That the audience just believes what they are seeing is real. That's actually the hardest skill. Anyone can make an explosion, making a quiet composite that nobody notices, but that makes the whole scene work. That's the real craft. So if you're a compositor sitting on freelance gigs wondering where the real opportunity is, look at indie films. Small teams, real budgets. These days it's backed up by better tax credits as well, and directors who need exactly the kind of problem solving we are trained for. The next Gareth Edwards is probably sitting at a home setup right now, running Fusion or Nuke non-commercial, and about to composite their way into a career. That could be you as well.